offensive player of the year to start the season, Saquon was number one at 750. Jamar Chase was 8.5, 850. And then Jahmyr Gibbs was 1,000, Bijan 1,400. That was kind of the consensus top four, depending on the odds from a different shop. Current odds, Taylor running away with it. He's a minus 110 currently to win offensive player of the year. That means you got to bet 110 to win 100.
Woo!
That's wild 7 weeks into the season. You got Jackson Smith and Jigba going off at plus 400, and then Brad C-Mac is going off at plus
back,
500.
baby.
Not that any of those, well, Jackson Smith and Jigba, if anybody had him on his offensive rookie of the year card or offensive player of the year card, I'd say prove it, but that's a pretty decent shakeup in odds that those top four guys aren't anywhere in the top three. When you look at defensive player of the year, it's a little less parodied here, a little less shooken up. Starting the year, you had Parsons at 750 to 1, Hutchinson at 700 to 1, or 7 to 1, Garrett at 850, so 8.5 to 1. Right now, it's Parsons, Hutch, and then Bonita from the Denver Broncos up there in the top five. So not so much parity there. The two big ones that I think everybody's looking at, though, I want to start with Rookie of the Year. We had Aston Genty running away with it prior to the year. Don't put your money anywhere else, plus 325. Damn. So as you can see, the odds get closer to zero, the more confident it was. Everybody thought he was going to win it. You got Cam Ward, who's bottom of all that QB ranking we just did currently. But he is a rookie in a bad situation. He might come up. He was plus 350. So right there with Genty. And then the next closest guy was Hunter at plus 1,000. So they thought that was over. Might as well not even play the season. And right now they think it's really over with 10 weeks to go. They have Jackson Dart at plus 110. Guys played 3 weeks, and he is plus 110.
Your boy called it.
And then I'm going to have Matt say this because I'm not going to get it right. You got Ibuka at plus 175. Can't quite do the Bronco imitation there.
Yeah.
And then you got Tyler.
Boo.
Yes.
There it is.
At plus 175, and then Tyler Warren at plus 450. And then last but not least, you got the MVP. The big award at what everybody's talking about. Start the year, you had the usual characters. Allen at 4 to 1. Lamar Jackson at 5.5 to 1. Joe Burrow 6 to 1. Mahomes 6.5 to 1. Right now, it is the Mahomes show at plus 125. Allen right there at 350. Baker Mayfield making an appearance at plus 700. And then Drake May at plus 800.
Ooh, he's climbing.
So maybe not the top two that were spinning things up there, but the bottom two, I don't think anybody had those guys on their dance card. So now that I've given you kind of that shakeup there, what are you guys thinking about this shakeup in the awards race and the parity this brings of guys who we didn't think were going to be there are all of a sudden there? Matt, I'll kick it over to you.
Yeah, just starting with the rookie of the year, you got all these top picks on offense that you're putting your money on, and Cam Ward, the number one pick. Excuse me, Cam Ward, the number one pick. Travis Hunter, the number 2 pick. Ashton Genty goes number 6 to a backfield that's wide open. Definitely those 3 guys you're putting all your money on, and Cam Ward's tied for 10th right now, I believe. Hunter's 8th. Genty might be 6th, on according to FanDuel on rookie of the year voting. But yeah, they got some guys in here that we talked about a little bit for some sleepers like Tyler Warren and Quinshon Judkins and Teteroa McMillan. Scadaboo is in the discussion.
That's right.
So rookie of the year, yeah, if you put money on one of those 3 top drafted dudes, you're gonna lose it because they're not looking like rookie of the years. And yeah, MVP. I put my money on Lamar. Ravens, Lamar Jackson. You doing me dirty. Mm-hmm. Brad, what's your thoughts there?
Yeah, it is always crazy how this pans out, especially with rookies. You never know what's going to happen. I'm all on the Giants train. I've been saying it all year. I thought a switch up in quarterback. I believe in Wilson since he was in Seattle. I think Jackson Dart's an animal, man. Him and Scadaboo brought so much energy. Woo. I love to see the way they popped out. But again, it is the parity. Like, you didn't see a lot of these guys coming. But that's what makes the NFL so great. You know, God, there's a whole. I'm trying to think of who's the guy that's in second right now. You said for the rookie of the year,
And
offensive.
Mika
Uh,
Boo.
Oh yeah, that's
yeah.
right. Yeah, I knew there was a guy I was forgetting. Ibuka is an absolute monster, number one on any other team but the one. Well, now he is the number one on his team. Let's be real. Both Godwin and Evans can't stay on the damn field, and he was hurt and came back with a hamstring after 1 week. He probably wasn't the same. He had 4 for 58 or something like that. But Baker looked off, honestly. So it's just been wild. I love to see these guys come out of nowhere, and the defensive players that you railed off there, Nolan. Not a big change on that one, but I think that has a lot to do with people not paying attention to as much the names on the defensive end. Sure, Parsons, big surprise there. He's like one of the best defensive player in the NFL, probably. So shocker, he's number one. So the offensive ones are the exciting ones. I love to see it, honestly.
Yeah. And to get to even more parity, I want to talk about some of the upsets we've seen. Week 4, we had 2 6.5-point favorites go down. The LA Chargers and then the Green Bay Packers tied the Dallas Cowboys at 40-40, as Brad would like to remind me. But those were 6.5-point favorites. Pretty much locks. Real popular picks. Both went down. Week 5, this is where it got wild. We had the Titans cover 7.5 points in an upset at Arizona. And then you had New England at Buffalo covering that same 7.5. We're north of a touchdown. The difference between 6.5 and 7, that just made, oh yeah, why not? Lock it down, put the house on it. Nope, both of those went down. Also in week 5, we had 3 different 3.5-point favorites go down. So even if we're going to lower that edge a little bit, like I said, that's 2 to 1. Like $2 for every one you get back. 3 of those went down as well. All in week 5. 2 of those games, the home team was the favorite and lost. Week 6, we had a 4.5-point favorite in the Bills go down against Falcons. And then we had another 4.5-point favorite in the Commanders go down against the Bears. And then in week 7, we didn't have any big favorites go down, but it was darn close, with Denver being a 7.5-point favorite, having to pull it out in an all-timer. And Green Bay is a 6.5-point favorite, having to pull it out with a field goal to end the game. Guys, that is unheard of in the NFL.
Mm-hmm.
To have a string of that many 6 and 7-point favorites lose. That happens a handful of times in a season, and we've already had a dozen that I just rattled off.
Nuts.
That's parity. By the numbers, by Vegas, that's parity. Matt, what do you think?
Man, those just going to last weekend, the Broncos down 19-0 entering the fourth quarter, down 26-8 with 5.5 minutes remaining. Oh my goodness.
I was going to shut off. Yeah.
Matt, I got another stat for you here. Trailing by 18 with 6 minutes left in the fourth quarter. Teams are 2,702.
It's good odds.
One of those happened last week.
Amazing. Any given Sunday, as they may say, Brad.
Yeah, no joke. I mean, I feel like I have to say it every week because he's railing them off right now, but since like the early weeks in the season, all these massive comebacks and crazy games,